Hi, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor.
The most corrupt mayor, Tiffany Henyard, has now fled the country after stealing millions of taxpayer money.
A packed community meeting Thursday night, outburst after outburst.
Well, I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
Okay.
Things are getting crazy in Dixon, Illinois, after Tiffany Henyard, who has been dubbed America's worst mayor, allegedly pulled off a disappearing act shortly after the FBI showed up at her door with subpoenas and opened a full-fledged criminal investigation. Yes, this is the same self-proclaimed super mayor who has been strutting around like she's untouchable. If your YouTube feed has been overflowing with videos about Tiffany, you're not alone. People are legitimately curious as to why she's so despised and how she's managed to hold onto her position despite all the dubious things she's been accused of. If she's really that bad, then why hasn't she been removed from office yet? Tiffany oversees Thornton Township and is Dolton's mayor. She has been the target of numerous allegations, including misusing public funds for personal luxury, such as traveling in a private jet and hiring a small army of personal security guards. Additionally, Tiffany is alleged to have paid her personal stylist with public funds.
What we're not going to do is we're not going to be homeless behind her raising our taxes.
And you said that you have good business skills, then you should take a look at the budget again.
You are a public servant. You serve us.
This isn't simply about a few poor choices, though. Wait, it gets worse. As news spreads that Tiffany has vanished, the plot thickens. Tiffany's behavior is utterly insane. She continues upping the ante on her antics and won't take responsibility for any of it. It's a mess, Mia, and you should definitely grab some popcorn for this one. I'm going to spill all the beans on the shocking accusations made against Tiffany Henyard, so make sure you stay tuned because things are going to get crazy.
Ashamed of y'all stuff. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all stuff.
The worst mayor in the United States, Tiffany Henyard, is a Democratic politician who has been in charge of Dolton, Illinois since 2021. In 2022, she also took on the role of supervisor for Thornton Township. However, Tiffany's reign has been marked by drama. Over the past year, her name has been linked to numerous scandals, including financial mismanagement, corruption, fraud, and a lot of dubious business dealings. Since August 2019, when CBS 2 Chicago revealed that a property Tiffany owned and was receiving Section 8 housing subsidies for had some seriously nasty issues, like severe mold and water leakage, there has been a lot of back and forth between Tiffany and the majority of the village's board of trustees. Trust me, it's been a complete mess.
It started over here in the corner, and that's where it started, and then it just spread it.
Jacqueline Smith says she's battling mold in many places, a result of unrepaired leaks in her Dolton rental home.
It leaks in the corner where the roof, the ceiling is damaged, and then it leaks going into my kitchen, and the windowsill leaks in my daughter's room.
These are some pictures of what she says is rain dripping from her daughter's bedroom window. She says mold also grew on her daughter's shoes and is all over the side of the house, which is owned by Dolton trustee.
My first name is Tiffany
Henyard.
Frustrating, irritating. I just don't feel that I should be living like.
The tenant was forced to pack up and depart in November 2019 because conditions had gotten so terrible that the property had been ruled uninhabitable. But here's the kicker. In October 2020, Tiffany decided to run for mayor. She came out swinging, criticizing incumbent Mayor Riley Rogers and his tenure in office. In a dramatic turn of events, Tiffany defeated Rogers in a four-way primary to win the Democratic nomination. By the time the general election came around in April, she had crushed it, garnering about 82% of the vote against independent candidate Ronnie Burge. Tiffany was allegedly cashing in those Section 8 checks like nothing happened. The tenant called her out for not fixing the mold problem.
I can't help but to pause and appreciate the historic significance of this appointment. I take great pride in being an African American woman leader.
In addition, Tiffany brought her dream team, which included candidates for the positions of village clerk and trustee. Two of these candidates, Kiana Velter and Jason House, as well as village clerk Allison Key, were elected, but the honeymoon period was short-lived. These individuals joined forces with the majority of the village board to file a lawsuit against Tiffany. In fact, within 6 months of Tiffany's appointment as mayor, the trustees were calling her out for misusing public funds and for operating in a dubious manner with low transparency. By April 2022, things had gotten such that the village board actually filed a lawsuit against Tiffany, accusing her of having serious conflicts of interest. Tiffany wasn't going to go down without a fight, though, and she fired back, accusing certain trustees of inciting unrest and even going so far as to lock them out of their offices and postpone board meetings.
Cassandra Elston has been the assessor here in Thornton Township for the past 10 years, an elected position that helps residents deal with exemptions and property tax appeals. But when she arrived at work this morning, something strange happened.
This was your office?
Yes.
What happened when you tried to open it?
It doesn't work.
Not only had Elston been locked out of her own office, but boxes of sensitive documents that she kept in her office were spread around the common area.
This was under lock and key before.
This was under lock and key.
And now it's just out in the open?
Now it's just out in the open. So it has the taxpayer's name, address.
So who did this to you?
Well, I imagine this new supervisor, Tiffany Henyard.
Because they were tired of her behavior, the trustees formally censored Tiffany and began holding their own meetings without her.
Pay the bills for the general fund. Is there a second? It's been motioned and second. Call the roll.
Trustee Jones?
Nope. Radio silence after Henyard attempts to get general fund bills paid. Here's why the trustees didn't go along with it.
You guys still don't want to move forward with paying any of the bills in the general fund? That is my question.
Is there a day with the previous week that we could pick that we could set to review the bills?
Trustee, y'all already have the bills. Do you want to pay the bills in the general fund?
What the public needs to know.
They already know. Stop.
They don't need to know.
Our meeting is on Tuesday.
So that's a no then.
We're here. We're here. We had time to review it. My question is, are you paying the bills?
To review invoices.
Point of order. Is there a motion on the floor to pay the general fund?
But that's only the tip of the iceberg. Residents, staff members, and business owners in the village began to accuse Tiffany of abusing her position of authority to target anyone who dared to disagree with her. There were also allegations that she had the village police harass non-supporting businesses and even attempt to extract campaign contributions from them. Additionally, she was accused of firing multiple village employees for political reasons. Then, in March 2024, things took a turn for the worse when NBC Chicago made public documents obtained through a FOIA request, which revealed that the Illinois Department of Human Rights was looking into a serious case involving Tiffany, the village of Dolton, and Thornton Township. The report stated that Tiffany's former assistant claimed to have been sexually assaulted by village trustee Andrew Holmes on a trip to Las Vegas, and to make matters worse, the assistant claimed she was retaliated against by Tiffany herself.
This is our last night in Vegas. When we clock out, is it wrong?
Naturally, Tiffany responded, denouncing the accusations as baseless and attributing the agitation to irate staff members. Meanwhile, the drama surrounding Tiffany continued to escalate as she was hit with additional accusations of using village funds without permission from the Board of Trustees. The council meetings between Tiffany and the trustees became contentious due to Tiffany's spending practices.
I wouldn't trust this woman if she stood on a stack of Bibles and had her tongue notarized. Not a damn thing she says comes out her mouth is true.
Then, in January 2024, according to a Fox 32 Chicago investigative investigation, City Trustee Brittany Norwood issued a warning that Dolton was in danger of going bankrupt due to Tiffany's reckless spending, pointing out that the municipality was drowning in debt. Tiffany spent hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars building her own private police security detail. In February, the Village Board of Trustees decided enough was enough and overrode Tiffany's veto of their budget for the 2024 to 2025 fiscal year, which included some significant budget cuts. Tiffany was furious, claiming that these cuts would force the town of Dolton into bankruptcy. As if that weren't bad enough, the village received notice that 13 police department vehicles might be repossessed. Tiffany then attempted to place the blame on the trustees, claiming that they had refused to approve payments for the vehicles. Trust me, this is only the beginning of the outrageous accusations surrounding Tiffany. A full documentary would be required to cover them all. However, it appears that her time may be running out, as the FBI has officially begun a criminal investigation into her. FBI looking into federal. According to Fox 32, investigators have formally begun a criminal investigation into Tiffany Henyard, and they're coming in hot. The so-called super mayor was hit with 2 subpoenas requesting a ton of financial reports and company information. This is the most recent information as of August 4, 2014, just one day after a shocking report that South Suburban Dolton is over 3. But the kicker is that no one knows where Tiffany is. It appears that she has disappeared just as the pressure is really building. Chicago is the subject of the first subpoena, which focuses on Tiffany's private dealings, and the township of the second one. $5 million in debt Mayor Tiffany Henyard vanished out of nowhere, refusing to respond when contacted. She hasn't appeared in Dolton Village Hall in recent weeks, and her office has been mute throughout several requests for interviews. While people on social media are trying to figure out how on earth Tiffany is still officially a mayor despite all these crazy allegations, village employees are remaining silent and only stating that she wasn't in the office, leaving everyone to wonder when or if she will return. One person even said that this is truly a Made in America only brand of insanity, and the people of Dolton did vote to recall her a year after her election, but for some reason the judge dismissed it because Illinois doesn't have enough recalls. That part of the story is even more bizarre. It reminds me of Tiger King and Joe Exotic. And someone else said that the justice system should be abolished if this woman doesn't go to jail. What are your thoughts on Tiffany Henyard, the self-described super mayor? How did someone this incompetent even get elected? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to watch the next video.